One Piece is more than just a tale of maritime adventures. It is a shonen epic with many facets. It also includes some of the most thrilling battles in the history of Battle Shrine. Masterful emotional storytelling, unconventional power structures, and an exceptional ability to integrate narrative into combat elevate fight scenes in the series. As the Straw Hat Pirates have traveled the Grand Line over the years, they have faced many strong opponents. Among them are vicious tyrants, other pirates, and even officials from the dishonest world government. The series' battles are so memorable and powerful because each major conflict in the One Piece story represents a pivotal moment in the fighter's growth. In addition to acting as a storytelling tool, One Piece's combat is always thrilling to watch, brimming with spectacular action, unexpected twists, and thrilling power-ups. This video will present the top 7 fight scenes in One Piece. You may see familiar and unfamiliar fighting scenes, so feel free to comment on your thoughts at the end of this video. Also, remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons to encourage us to produce more anime content. Number 7. Luffy vs. Magellan. The vicious chief warden of Impel Down, Magellan, holds a special place in the One Piece narrative, being the only villain in the series' history to ultimately defeat Luffy, with no chance of a rematch. Yes, you heard that right. It may sound unbelievable, considering that Luffy manages to get round 2 to some of the most formidable enemies in the series like Kaido. Well, Eiichiro Oda might have a high respect for this character, and he doesn't want to see him getting beat up by Luffy. Nothing is sure, and no one knows the reason why, so let's continue with this analysis. Magellan despises Luffy for being the first person to break into his impeccably protected prison. That said, he unleashes the full power of his poison devil fruit called Doku Doku no Mi, which left Luffy dying of toxins. This was an attack even this rubber man couldn't withstand. This resulted to him having to retreat with the help of Bon Clay and suffer an agonizing treatment at the hands of Ivankov. Number 6. Sanji vs. Queen. Sanji's showdown with Queen in the Wano Country arc is a fight of both tremendous emotional weight and grand visual flourish. This is a remarkable fight because it involves a scientist fascinated by Vinsmoke Judge's inventions and a human with no respect for women. Queen the Plague made a perfect opponent for Sanji to confront his painful past once again. During his fight with Queen, Sanji consistently questions his humanity, fearing of becoming a weapon of science with no moral compass, just like his brothers. Queen, who can copy Vinsmoke's special abilities, urges Sanji to accept his genetic modifications. Yet, through combining them with his armament haki, Sanji unlocks a new technique and defeats Queen without betraying his principles. Number 5. Zoro vs. Dracula Mihawk. Long before the Straw Hats had to clash with some of the New World's most formidable fighters, the crew got a taste of their unmatched power when they encountered Dracula Mihawk. He is the world's strongest swordsman, with his infamous blade known as Yoru. This blade is one of the strongest swords in the world, ranked as one of the 12 supreme grade swords. With Zoro's eyes on Mihawk's title, he challenges the legendary swordsman to a duel, which goes about as well as expected. Armed with only a tiny knife, Mihawk destroys Zoro, who fails to land a single hit on his opponent. That's a totally huge disrespect, but Mihawk is Mihawk. The way Mihawk clapped Zoro made Zoro realize that he has so much to learn, and he is willing to go through hell just to get to his superior's level. Mihawk's fight with Zoro left a lasting impact on the fans and got them excited for the eventual rematch between the two at the end of the Grand Line. Number 4. Luffy vs. Charlotte Katakuri. One Piece always finds creative ways to present its main hero with new challenges. In the case of Luffy's fight against Big Mom's second son, Charlotte Katakuri, Straw Hat realizes that the world is still full of respectable opponents who can give him a run for his money. Katakuri's Mochi Mochi no Mi powers are almost identical to Luffy's rubber properties, making their clash a mirror fight. The user of this devil fruit is given the ability to create, control, and turn any part of their body into mochi, specifically in a thick, extremely viscous and stretchy white-colored mochi paste. The user can manipulate the mentioned paste, like hardening it into different shapes. When coated with armament haki, the mochi becomes an effective blunt force weapon and is capable of trapping people, even extremely strong ones, due to its sticky, stretchy nature. The latter is such that high-caliber gunfire that is completely unable to pierce through. Also, due to its high malleability, hardenability, and compatibility with haki, the user can form the mochi into a wide variety of shapes, such as replicas of body parts or other elaborate structures. Initially, Luffy stood no chance against Katakuri's advanced foresight haki. Their 12-hour-long face-off was full of twists, turns, and unexpected power shifts, ending with both opponents gaining enormous respect for one another. Number 3. Luffy versus Rob Luchi. Enies Lobby, which is widely considered to be one of the series' best arcs, includes some incredibly impressive battles. Yet none of them come even close to the impact of the fight between Luffy and CP9's Rob Luchi, both in terms of excitement and narrative weight. Luchi, an incredibly strong opponent, nearly destroyed the Straw Hats midway through their journey. This menace is known as the Massacre Weapon. That said, as the strongest member in CP9's entire history, Luchi has garnered an infamous reputation acknowledged even by Bartholomew Kuma of the Seven Warlords of the Sea. Kuma noted that no one could have predicted Luchi's defeat, because even at the tender age of 13, Luchi was already known to be a very capable mass murderer. The lore says that he had killed 500 of a kingdom's soldiers, as well as a pirate crew single-handedly. By adulthood, Luchi had become by far the strongest agent in CP9 history, with his Doriki at 4,000 in, which is almost twice that of the second strongest agent, Kaku, who is at 2,200. Despite having a very formidable opponent, Luffy still manages to turn the table as he successfully unlocks two of his most iconic powers, known as Gears 2 and 3. These circumstances ultimately allowed him to overcome his opponent. The two even had a nostalgic rematch during the most recent Egghead arc, with Luffy once again coming out of the clash victorious. Number 2. Whitebeard versus the Marines. The Summit War of Marineford is a moment in One Piece history that changed everything. It shifts the established power scales for the entire world, permanently altering the progression of the story for every major character. The battle to free Ace from the Marine headquarters also took the lives of multiple big-name pirates, including the captive himself and the legendary Whitebeard. Whitebeard is feared because of his ability from the Gura Gura no Mi, which is a paramecia-type devil fruit that allows the user to create vibrations or quakes, making the user a tremor human. Upon Whitebeard's death, his power was stolen by Marshal D. Teach, also known as Blackbeard. This fruit is fearsomely reputed to be able to destroy the world, and is considered to be the strongest devil fruit within the Paramecia class, having powers no weaker than those of a Logia devil fruit. As expected from a pirate of his magnitude, Whitebeard didn't go down without a fight, and his clash against the Marines was unforgettable. Whitebeard died standing proudly, just like he lived, and even gave the new generation of pirates hope with his final proclamation about the One Piece treasure. One Piece is the name the world gave to all the treasure gained by the Pirate King, Gol D. Roger. At least a portion of it once belonged to Joy Boy during the Void Century. The treasure is said to be of unimaginable value, and is currently located on Laugh Tale, the final island of the Grand Line. The One Piece is the driving goal of Monkey D. Luffy and his crew, as well as that of multiple other pirates, who all seek to claim the treasure in order to become the next Pirate King. This movement transpired following Roger's dying words at his execution. And at number 1, Luffy versus Kaido. The most recent big clash in the One Piece anime, and a highly anticipated showdown of the Wano Country arc, is none other than Luffy's battle with the world's strongest enemy yet, Kaido. Their battle showdown will leave a mark in the history of the anime universe as one of the best moments in the entire One Piece series. Their battle is initially known as the absolutely brutal annihilation of Luffy. Well, despite getting close to performing on par with the monstrous Yonko, Luffy gets defeated twice and even dies. However, in a remarkable metamorphosis, Luffy awakens his devil fruit, Hito Hito no Mi, model Nika. This is a mythical zone devil fruit that is currently possessed by Monkey D. Luffy. It enables the user to get the powers of Sun God Nika, aka Warrior of Liberation, and it gives the user a rubber-like body. Its powers are limited by the user's imagination. It can turn everything it touches to be very rubbery, or have elastic properties. It can also produce any elements like lightning, fire, and ice if the user wants to. It can also make the user to be bigger or smaller. That said, with his newly acquired abilities known as Gear 5, Luffy successfully defeats Kaido, displaying a joyful smile on his face that will stay in the minds of the One Piece fans forever. That's it for now. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.